lot of papers and presentations and theses, and there's just a massive amount of information out there, but there's no one place where I can go and say someone has gone and cherry-picked out the best couple of papers on garbage collection, or the people have done a survey on, method dispatch. People have done, ways, memory allocation papers. I mean, there are bits here and there, but they're not in one place. As far as I can tell, no one's teaching it in any one place. And not that I necessarily have people that come in with a background in this in the first place, but it would be nice to be able to point someone and say, okay, listen, here's a website, here's a book, here's something with a list of 75 or 100 papers. Here's 5 on garbage collection, and 10 on object systems, and a couple on dispatch, and you may not want to read them all, but these guys all know what they're talking about. It's all good. It's all in one place. Go for it, read it, or at least scan it.
Yeah. So well.
I mean,
good idea. I'll write that one down.
Yeah, so I have no problem putting the collection, gathering the collection, but I think I need input. And so if people want to send me references, links, whatever, I'll certainly put on the webpage.
Certainly one good resource is the best papers in 20 years of PLDI. I mean, that's a broader topic than VE, but it includes GC papers and some other kind. So start scribbling. Right. That is about
just as an
50
extension
papers.
to that thought, I mean, for the academics in the room, how do you think the current curriculum in computer science is addressing the sort of multidisciplinary area that virtual machines and operating systems has become?
So to answer that question directly, not at all. But but the previous question, I've actually recently seen a review copy of a book on virtual machines that's fairly good.
Cool.
I don't.
Jim Smith and Robin Ayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be coming out.
So I think it's fairly close to publication. So
Yeah, he's still writing one chapter.
For it.
yeah. So so there is going to be at least a book that sort of bundles all this stuff.
It's Jim Smith from Wisconsin.
Right. Who couldn't make it, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was supposed to be.
Yeah. But you've seen that too, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So and it actually does cover all the stuff from
It's
the
a
stuff
broad,
that Mendel
yeah.
does to the stuff that Java just-in-time compilers.
I'm not sure if the bibliography is going to be as exhaustive as we need, but it's definitely a good resource to read.
Well, I mean, it's the first book, right?
So it's definitely a good.
Sounds like a book.
It's pretty good. It's interesting reading. Yeah.
But now the question is, are they going to stop teaching half a semester of parsing?
Yeah, that was sort of the core of my question. Because I don't have broad exposure to curricula, but I don't see it as coming together. So you confirm that. Anything else from Doug?
No, it's part of it in an undergraduate curriculum. By the time you're able to take a course like this, they're out. You need a course in OS and parsing, and you need 3 or 4 senior level CS courses before you take this. So teaching our undergrads is really hard.
Yeah.
Teaching in a graduate program is easier.
I'd like to hear what people think about what the right mix would be to teach at the senior level. Because at the senior level, we actually teach a course where the students have the background to do this. They've had operating systems, they've had programming languages, not compilers, but programming languages. They've had architecture, they've had and 3 years of programming. But we tend to focus in the course that we teach on compiler techniques per se, and not on runtime issues, because there are so many compiler techniques there.
I think that would be a prereq for this course. I think people have to have experience with parsing, ASTs, code generation, and then they're ready to take a course on LVMs.
You think so?
But it's a unified senior project.
Well, I think
handle.
Do you want them never to learn about the cost
let's
stuff?
That's a different question. I'm not sure.
There's a topic which might be useful one to continue on after this meeting, which I guess, I can't remember who it was that said it, but somebody said, we're having trouble attracting graduate students because the stuff is old and solved and boring. That's one of the preconditions that I think we need to do in order to achieve good research in this area academically. It would be useful to know what we need to do to make sure that the academic area is as vigorous as possible in this domain. And that might be, for example, making easily available benchmarks for testing. It might be making the case that industry really, really cares about this. It might be the case that we need to say, hey, all the problems aren't solved. Here's the, you know, what was the name of the mathematician at the turn of the century, the Hilbert problems.
Right.
Maybe we need to make a list of the 10 Hilbert problems in this context. I don't know what we need to do. I'm not as closely tied into the needs of the academic community, but I think that maybe the industrial people here can help, and maybe some of the open source people can help the academic community if we only know what we need to do to help. And
we need to present it as a way to write cheat bots for EverQuest, and I think you probably get half your undergrad population as well.
Go ahead, Michael.
So I actually think that the way that you can get students interested is if you spin it as a security thing, because security is something that people are really interested in. So I taught a course on language-based security, a graduate course, in the last just in the spring, and I got 33 people out of a graduate, starting class of about 35. And because there are very few courses like that. Greg Morrishead is the only one I know in the U.S. that actually teaches a course on language-based security. And you still get to teach all these other things. It's really a compiler class because, as I said, I'm a compiler guy. But but yeah, the security right now is a hot topic. Security is a hot topic that interests students, and it really has. You can approach the stuff from different angles, and you have to take the one that that sells, at least to a